It feels like an absolute eternity since Second Sight first announced their Hitcher release, which was such a thrilling announcement. And then came the other announcement that they'd sourced the original camera negative and we're going to do a 4K release of it. And since then, I have been patiently waiting to get my hands on this package. And when it arrived through the door, I always know I'm going to get something special with Second Sight films, but this thing is absolutely perfect. Now, The Hitcher from 1986, directed by Robert Harmon, from a fantastic screenplay by Eric Red, is one of those simple and yet highly effective films that just deliver exactly what you want in a thriller. We have a dark, stormy night. Our hero Jim is driving through the rain-soaked desert when he stops to pick up John Ryder in the storm as they kind of go on their journey, and without any kind of preamble, there is already something off about John. He just seems weird, and then he quickly announces that he's going to kill our main character, and from then on becomes a cat and mouse game of bloody torture and revenge. It's so well set up. Even the first line in the movie, "My mother told me never to do this," just allows you that this is a mistake that's going to haunt our hero, our main character, who's on a road from one destination to another with all kinds of possibilities in front of him, and he has made one choice that is going to leave a stamp on his life. And what you get here is a fantastic performance from Rutger Hauer as Ryder. He is a man who is driven. He is death. He is like one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. He comes into this with a really playful nature. You see him watching Jim, kind of measuring him, figuring out that this might be the one to play the ultimate game on.
The gun is loaded. Go for it. Go ahead, pick it up.
And there's this kind of glee within this performance. He does these horrible things, and you have a feeling it's an almost compulsion with this character, and no one is safe. The film lets you know that very early on, when we know that Ryder has killed a family, including a couple of very young kids, and it just lets you into this character. And throughout it all, this man keeps turning up, torturing Jim, putting his life in danger, putting him in worse and worse situations, but never putting him out of his misery. And it's that kind of idea of the cat and mouse thriller that is just phenomenal. And it's one of those movies that I always think is one of those kind of more subdued thrillers, and forget about the big, harsh, brash sequences that appear throughout this, like the helicopter chase, the car flips, everything else that goes on in it. It's just a terrific film. And a lot's to be done with this location that they have. It feels almost apocalyptic. Endless highways, desert around, leading to nowhere, with a minimal of people within this world. You almost feel that you're in some kind of purgatory with these two characters battling it out. Will it be good? Will it be evil? Who will win out in the end? And although there are some characters that appear and spend more time within the film, like you've got Jennifer Jason Leigh's Nash character, who turns up as a kind of love interest, someone that's just brought into this situation, who has such a horrible exit to the movie, which I don't really want to get into too much just now. But The Hitcher it's a fantastic thriller. It's anchored by this incredibly charismatic and terrifying performance by Rutger Hauer. He owns every inch of the screen that he is on. There are certain moments where you can almost see the glee in torturing this young man. This is someone a little bit different. This is someone that can maybe take him to the ending that John needs but can't quite complete on his own grounds. If you've seen the movie, you kind of know where I'm getting to there. The Hitcher, phenomenal movie. I think it is an absolute staple of the 80s. I love it. Now it's time to get into this hefty release and see all the extras that are included. Here we are in the disc for the Hitcher. Let's go to the extras. First up, we have an audio commentary by Alexandra Heller-Nicholas. We have a second commentary here with director Robert Harmon and the writer Eric Red. Then we have scene-specific audio commentary with cast and crew, which runs at 51 minutes 55 seconds. Then we have the Projection Booth podcast featuring Robert Harmon and Rutger Hauer, where they talk about the film. This is played over the film and roughly runs for about an hour and 25 minutes. Then we have Bullseye, a new interview with director Robert Harmon, which runs at 41 minutes 29 seconds. It's a great talking head where they go through all facets of the film from him first coming on to the legacy that it has. Similarly, we have Penning the Ripper, an interview with writer Eric Red, where he kind of talks about his first film, about how he got this one made, all the kind of effort he went into sending letters to Hollywood. Doomed to Live, an interview with actor C. Thomas Howell, which runs for 28 minutes 19 seconds. He's very animated, feels very much like an actor in the way he's telling his tale, how he didn't understand the kind of nuances of the role at the time, being just 17 when this film was made, and how it's went on to be one of the crowns in his career. Man from Oz, an interview with director of photography John Seal. This is 9 minutes 40. He talks about seeing China Lake and being interested in working on this project that was offered. A very formative score, an interview with composer Mark Isham, which runs for 15 minutes 30 seconds. I kind of like these ones because it's someone I've never heard of before. Talks about how he kind of got into the movie business, what started him there, his music knowledge before that. Then we have Jewel Runner, lead singer on the evolution of the Hitcher and Rutger Hauer. This is a visual essay that runs for 19 minutes 55 seconds. I kind of like the way this one's structured as it focuses on the Hitcher, the film, and how although he's a real character, there are very supernatural leanings towards it, and he points these out kind of using Halloween as something to bounce it back again. And then we have him focusing on Rutger Hauer and his career. Next up, we have China Lake, a short film by Robert Harmon, which runs for 34 minutes 48 seconds. It's great. I don't want to tell you too much about it. It's about a policeman who loves his job, and that's all I'm going to say. Next up, we have the calling card, Robert Harmon on China Lake, which is 15 minutes 15 seconds. He's just pretty much talking about this movie. This is mentioned a lot, this film, throughout the extras, as it's what got him his break. And then we have Telephone, a short film by Eric Red, which runs for 26 minutes 25 seconds. Just the conceit for this one is terrific. A suicidal woman calls a random number and gives the man 60 seconds to convince her not to kill herself. And it evolves into an unusual story that you wouldn't think would come from that setup. And next we have The Hitcher, How Do These Movies Get Made? It's a 2003 archival making of, with all the kind of main participants. It runs for 38 minutes, and it's just a great one as well, because it's kind of enough time has passed for The Hitcher to really have built up a legacy. They're talking about it, and then we got all the new extras from now, kind of looking back on that time and just how ideas have changed throughout the years. And that's the on-disc extras for The Hitcher. Of course, this being Second Sight, we've got a plethora of other extras. We have 6 collector's art cards. We get Eric Red's original screenplay book, which is terrific. I've already made my way through that one. And then we have a 200-page hardback book as well, full of essays, interviews, of which my favourite was the interview with Eric Red, where he talks a little bit about certain aspects that just kind of are interesting to him, like Rutger Hauer not willing to film the truck sequence because he didn't want to be made out as the bad guy in this film, where he's quite clearly the bad guy. Lots of great information. I'll say is one of the best supplemental materials that they've created thus far, and that is all the extras for The Hitcher. There we have it. The Hitcher instantly has become my release of the year. The screenplay is terrific. The book is phenomenal. The film and its transfer are simply perfect. It is a package that complements the film, and it's just essential. You need to have this in your collection. Go out and get it. Get it, because this will sell out fast and you'll be left wanting. So don't be left wanting. Pick it up. I would love to know your thoughts on the Hitcher, on this package, on this release, and if you've picked it up. So let me know. Let me know in the box below whether you loved it, hate it, feel somewhere in the middle, whether you're getting this or not. I want to know everything, because I'm very, very nosy. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you could support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.